Orlando, the city beautiful. For those that call Orlando home, there are those coveted communities whose reputations precede them. These masterfully planned developments were built on some of Orlando's most beautiful property. Behind these amazing communities stands one man who saw the tremendous value in land. A visionary and an innovator, he is Mr. Maury Carter. With a career that has spanned more than 40 years, his track record in Central Florida land investment and brokerage is unparalleled. His statistics are staggering, having closed over $1 billion in transactions on the sale of more than 200,000 acres of land. Maury Carter is a man who truly loves land.
From the very beginning, I've had a love affair with land. It's there, I can walk on it, I can see it.
Born the youngest of 8 children on a farm in Virginia, Maury grew up in a rural, blue-collar community of the 1930s. His father, a farmer and carpenter, and his mother, a homemaker, survived the Great Depression with a family of 10.
Of course, I grew up on a small farm in Virginia. We depended on the land for our livelihood, our crops, our food, our living. We had no power, no electricity.
Though they were poor, their home was filled with love and wisdom. At the end of his military service in 1955, Maury returned home to find that work was scarce. He found a job with the company that would grow to become Lockheed Martin. He married his sweetheart, Elaine Smith, in 1959 and made his first real estate investment with his brother-in-law in 1963. They bought a 40-acre orange grove for $40,000 with a mortgage payment of $150 a month.
At the time we closed, we owed $30,000 on that, and I had to stretch to make those payments along with the partner.
5 years later, they sold the land and made a gross profit of over $220,000. Realizing that he had earned with one deal what would have otherwise taken him 8 years to bring in on a company's salary, ignited a passion for land so great that it changed the direction of his life.
Well, in my lifetime, I've never seen that much money. And yet, I think a lot of people would have said, well, let's go out and buy new cars, new boats, new houses. But I said, well, it worked so well there, I think I'm going to put that in more land.
Maury's investment philosophy is unique by today's standards. His key strategy for success is to only pay cash, never borrow. Owning land outright means there is no interest clock ticking and no chance of foreclosure.
Well, my investment style, I think, is different. If we can't pay for it, we don't buy it. We have a tremendous edge when we acquire property by paying cash. Since it's paid for, we can take our time, we can plan it well, we can have a much better project than we would have if we were facing a huge debt.
Maury believes in the old school principles of hard work and honesty in business.
I've had young mortgage brokers and people that came to me and said, Maury, I'd like to teach you creative financing. Well, I think I understand creative financing and I want no part of it.
His standards for integrity are unmatched in the industry. He is known as a businessman who will do everything he can to do the right thing within the framework of good business objectives.
I think the person who influenced me most was my dad back years ago. He was unbelievably honest. And today, when I run into a matter of ethics or how should we handle something, if it has to do with honesty and integrity, I think to myself, well, now, what would his advice be if he were still here? I've passed down my business principles to son Darrell. He's taken the business to levels that I never had the time to do. Say he's running the business now better than I did.
Maury approaches all of his investments with patience. He is a shrewd and unemotional negotiator who never buys on impulse.
Young people coming in the real estate business, I've seen a lot of people, they try to do it all. The one thing I think is most important to them, for them to do, is to specialize and get one specialty and really learn it well.
He actually looks at the land he's interested in. He walks on it, touches it, and views it from the air to see and feel its potential before making any investment decisions.
I think what I want to be remembered for more than anything else is good family, good friends. I have a lovely son and daughter and 5 grandchildren. I have a wife that has put up with me for almost 50 years. I think I'm probably about the luckiest fella in Orlando area. I've had a great 45 years, unfortunately. You know, what I'd like to do, I'd like to have another 45 years.
Using wisdom and good judgment to persevere, he is more than an innovator, more than a visionary. Among real estate investors, Maury Carter is, unarguably, a legend.